Good morning, my darlings, from me and my very large gym bag. It is actually Monday, just afternoon, so good afternoon, my darlings, technically. So it has been a lovely Monday morning. It will come as no shock to you that I have done my Reformer Pilates at Daylesford. I actually did a double, if not triple, if not quadruple whammy this morning. I did 7:30 a.m. Breakfast Club Reformer Pilates with Chloe, which was tough. A lot of moves which I've not done before. I'm pretty sure it was still a beginner's class actually, but I found it really tough. A lot of balance, and I'm not the best at balance, but it was great. Really felt it in the booty. Then I dashed up to the studio to do an hour of bar with Alex. So I've literally had my two favourite ladies this morning. 45 minutes of Reformer, then an hour of bar. Really felt the burn on my butt after those two. Then I did a little swim in the pool, and then I met two lovely ladies in the sauna having just done a cold dunk, and we were like sharing tips on cold water dunking. The dunk pool at Burford is 2 degrees, which is really quite chilly. Much colder than the lakes, like a good 4 or 5 degrees colder. So cold in fact that my thighs stay numb for quite some time afterwards. And but I managed to do 3 dunks, 30 seconds each, and one of the tips that the ladies gave me was to put your hands underneath your arms, because actually it can be your extremities, like your fingertips, that get really cold. And we did the last dunk together, me and this lovely lady named Sarah, and she put 30 seconds on her watch, and because we were chatting while we were dunking, it went by in a flash. So I'm getting there. I'm getting better at cold water dunking, and it's so good for you. I've just got to Burford Garden Company, and I think I'm going to have to elbow my way through to the seedlings because it's so busy here that I've had to park in the overflow car park. So it's going to be busy. But yes, anyway, without further ado, let's get into the shop. And I seriously will not be buying any seeds this time. I said that last time and came home with about 9,852, but I'm really not buying any seeds this time. But I'm not promising that I won't buy any seedlings, even though I don't need any. You can probably hear it, not sure if you can see it, but there's a lot of army plane action around here. We're not too far from, is it Breeze Norton? I've seen a lot of these today. To see what they've got growing in their planters. These are so fun, like little hearts. So pretty. If you're ever in the market for a bulb, this is where to come. Beautiful lilies. I've never tried growing them from bulb. Or is it tuber? It's pretty. This size of plant is 45p cheaper at Daylesford, FYI. Gosh, it is toasty in this cold frame. They've got so many little plants in here, but honestly they're cheaper at Daylesford. I know Burford is the Harrods of the garden centres, but yes, it's much easier for me to pick them up at Burford, at Daylesford. Loads of beautiful coloured geraniums. There is of course more choice here. I've got the one thing that I actually needed, which is a few cloches. One of our favourites, Origeron. I'm gonna get a few of these. If you've not planted your sweet peas yet, they have got a huge variety here. Gosh, so many. And lots of nasturtiums. Oh wow. That's a rather beautiful variety. Maybe I should get some of theirs, which might be healthier than mine. No, I've got so many at home. I'll control myself. Oh my goodness. I must have every single kind here. Well, these two are too pretty to leave behind. This place is every gardener's dream come true, but every gardener's bank balance's worst nightmare. Although, I have to say, when you buy things that are so little, it definitely works out better value for money than if you were to buy them later in the season when they've grown a little bit bigger. And this is the place to come if you are setting up a herb garden. Gosh, they've got everything here. Oh, so many herbs. Wow, that's rather beautiful. How unusual. This is a type of hydrangea. Gosh, that's absolutely gorgeous. I think I might just have to get one of these. Well, I thought I was too late for ranunculus, but I saw Monty Don planting some out in the last Gardener's World, and these look like a perfect size. I just need to be a little bit picky as to which ones I get. This one's got a few buds coming through and a nice colour. Maybe I'll get 3. Look at that. Now this area is where you want to come if you are putting together a herbaceous border. I'm actually going to get around to doing that blog post this year. So you've got some beautiful purple lupins, some lovely grasses. You'll probably want some salvias and some nepetas in there as well. Another essential for a herbaceous border. This is also amazing when it grows big for cut flower displays, and it keeps growing back. Now, we always get a lot of questions about our rhubarb forces. We found ours from a few different antique places, but these ones are terracotta, and if you leave them outside for a few years, they'll start to get that age-old look. A few different sizes. Here we go. This is the seedling section. If you want to start growing any veg, but didn't start any from seed. You've got the beans, broad beans. Might have to come and get some of these if mine all get eaten. Onions, they've got peppers, they've got tomatoes, more beans, and I honestly need something this tall for my beans because they grew way over my supports last year. My goodness, so many beans, and I've only just planted my seeds. My goodness, I'm a little bit behind. One thing that I wouldn't necessarily buy as a seedling are root veggies though. Like beetroot, radish and carrot. You've still got plenty of time to put some seeds in the ground for these. This really is a veg gardener's heaven, especially a veg gardener that didn't plant anything from the seed, because they have got everything here. More cloches, supports, they've even got the claverton cloches, the glass ones. Now this is on my wish list, but we're going to have to come back with the Defender, but that's exactly what I'm lusting over. Now, any sensible florist would tell you to get the yellow set so that you don't lose them amongst the greenery on your flower cutting table, but they're so lovely in the green. I think I'm going to get that colour. Not sensible, I know, but pretty. Another little tip for you, these are generally cheaper at Station Mill Antiques. You can normally get them for £2.50 per terracotta plant pot. I'm actually not even going to go any closer to the seeds because it would just be too much temptation. Too much temptation. Okay, I'll just do a little bit of dash cam while I drive down the iconic Burford High Street. I'll flip you around just very quickly. There we go. Literally probably the most photographed high street in the whole Cotswolds, except I've got a big skip and a big van in front of me, but always traffic down here because of the traffic lights down at the bottom of the road. But that was a very successful, if not a tiny bit rushed, trip to Burford. I told Charlie I'd be home at 1:45 because I've actually got his lunch with me, which I picked up from Dalesford. So I don't want him getting hangry on me, so I didn't want to spend all afternoon there, which I could quite happily do. I could quite happily spend an entire afternoon and my entire bank balance at Burford. It would be very, very tempting indeed. There is just so much that I lust over there, and honestly, I get more excited going to Burford Garden Centre than I do to Harrods or Selfridges, and that just shows how much times have changed. It truly does. So I picked up the sweet pea seedlings. What did I grab at the end? I swapped over the cloches because I remember Charlie saying it's better to not get powder coated ones, which the first ones that I picked up were, and instead, well, you can't see it behind me, but I got the rusted ones exactly the same as the ones that we've already currently got at home, because they already look old and they just get better with age, whereas the powder coated ones, they stay looking pristine and new the whole time. But yeah, if you come for a weekend in the Cotswolds, whether you're into gardening or not, because there's so many like home gifts and there's a beautiful cafe there, I would definitely recommend a visit to the Burford Garden Company. It's just a wonderful place. I'm heading home now, and unfortunately I'm just going to have a whole afternoon on my laptop. I've got editing to do, I've got calls from 2 p.m, so I'm going to have 11 minutes when I get home until my first call. But yeah, I think it's been a really nice and productive morning. I feel great having done all of that movement first thing today, and yeah, now we're up to date. Okay, my darlings, back home again. Just having a little snack. Ever since we got back from Oman, I'm now obsessed with dates. I'm gonna make some of my energy balls shortly, but it's just too early for dinner and too late for lunch, so I'm just having a bit of a mid-afternoon snack. I think dates are really good for when you've not eaten in a while, because obviously during Ramadan, you don't eat during the sunrise and sunset hours, and a lot of the locals who we met in Oman, they would have a date as their first thing post sunset to get the gut back into action. So I love them. These are the M&S ones and they're so juicy. Oh my gosh. Oh, I had to wash my hands because a little bit sticky. Anyway, I have not come into the green room to talk to you about dates. I have come into the green room to talk to you about my, I would go as far as to say, my favourite game-changing skincare product of all time. It must be, do you know what, it must even be coming up to 2 years now, I reckon, that I have been using Skin and Me. You will, I'm sure, be familiar with this if you have watched any of my past videos where I've done an evening skincare routine, or generally from social media, because Skin and Me is TikTok famous. Yeah, as I said, I think I've been using Skin and Me for probably about 2 years now. I have recommended it to so many friends. I am always recommending it to you guys. It is just a tiny little product that packs so much punch. I read a fact the other day that there are only 650 dermatologists in the UK. So the average person just does not have the ability to talk to someone to get a skincare routine designed just for them, but that is exactly what Skin and Me offer. I do normally have a discount code. I'll leave all of that information on the screen here, which will enable you to get a reduction on your first month of Skin and Me. You can send photos of your skin, fill out a few really quick questions about your skin, your concerns, your goals, I guess you could say, about your skin. For example, mine is always about improving the texture of my skin. I'm starting to want a little bit more focus on anti-wrinkles, pore size, visibility of pore size, and a team will design your perfect Skin and Me daily doser. I'm going to take my makeup off in a second and I'll show you exactly how I use this. And over the 2 years that I've been using it, I have picked up a few little hacks on ways to get the most out of it. So I'll share with you my exact Skin and Me routine right now. I know here on this channel I talk about a lot of skincare products. It is very tempting when it comes to like PR mail and all of these events to literally try everything. And I do try a lot of things, but the one of the things that has just stuck in my routine ever since the first time that I tried it is my Skin and Me. So this does contain active ingredients, but for some reason, even though we can all, or most of us can use them, they're not available on the high street, but you can get them specifically chosen quantity and percentage strength wise just for your skin when you sign up with Skin and Me. I don't think I've ever named the friend that I always mention with Skin and Me, but one of my friends I'm seeing her very soon, so I'll ask her if she's happy to do a real life testimonial next time I talk about Skin and Me. But one of my friends used to suffer quite badly with loads and loads of underskin blemishes. I mean, she's in her 30s and she was like, why have I not grown out of these blemishes? I told her to give Skin and Me a try, and it completely revolutionized her skin. She now has completely blemish-free skin. Everyone's skin concerns are different, so everyone's mix of active ingredients can be different. Mine are quite strong because how it works is you do get to have regular check-ins with your dermatology team. This was created by Neelam. You can check in with your dermatology team and say, look, that was a little bit too strong for me last month, or I'm ready to go up a notch next month. It's incredibly personalised to you and your skincare. I probably won't increase my ingredients percentage strength-wise now until after our wedding, but sometimes what I will do, if I do find that my skin is getting a little bit too sensitive from it, because these are hardcore active ingredients, is I will actually apply a serum or a moisturiser in certain areas. For me, it's always around the mouth before applying the Skin and Me. That is one of my top tips. My other top tip is that I leave this for around 10 minutes, just this on my skin, before, at least 10 minutes, like normally it's more like half an hour, before I do the rest of my evening skincare, which always includes hyaluronic acid for hydration and also a really nice moisturiser. You can of course also get a cleanser and a light moisturiser from Skin and Me. And by going with their routine and by having this combination of actives in your daily dosa, it just completely takes the guesswork out of your skincare. So if you are tired of seeing all of these crazy ingredients, you don't know what's right for you, then speaking to a member of the Skin and Me team is a great way of finding a product that is designed personally just for you. So without further ado, the reason I'm in here, by the way, is because Charlie is having his sports massage in our bedroom, and I want to do my skincare routine before making dinner this evening. So let's go into the bathroom. I don't think I've ever filmed in here before, and there's nowhere to put you other than on the radiator, so I apologise, but I'm going to start with a face halo. This is actually a Dock and Bay product, basically does the same thing as a face halo. Oops, nearly dropped my Skin and Me. Just like I do every evening, I use one of these to just, literally just with water, I don't use any cleanser, just to get rid of the bulk of my makeup. And as long as you're not wearing mega stubborn waterproof mascara, it does remove mascara as well. So even though that's taken off loads of my makeup, I am going to double cleanse, because I wouldn't say that's enough if you have had makeup on all day. Okay, I've brought you back out here so that I don't have to crouch down to talk to you. So now my skin is completely clean. I have double cleansed, and as I said, you want to pop this on clean skin, or, I love that very satisfying pop noise, or if you do have areas of sensitivity, I was about to say sensibility, sensibility, if you do have areas of sensitivity, or if you just want like a light version of your Skin and Me one night, maybe you have had your car aircon on or blast and your skin's feeling a bit sensitive, apply a hydrating serum or a moisturiser, either all over or just in certain areas. That's a little hack for you. So I know you guys have seen this before, but I'm about a third into this month's daily dose, so you can see it's got individual little markers for each day. You simply twist it up and treat this as like your first kind of serum of the evening. I press it on. And ensure it's all covered. It's got a lovely consistency. It doesn't leave the skin feeling greasy. It doesn't like tingle the skin straight away, but boy oh boy, you will notice a difference. I would say realistically, if you order this right now and you get it by next weekend, you will start to see improvements in your skin in, I would say, 2 weeks, seriously. So if you've got a big day this summer or even a special holiday planned, I could not recommend this any more highly, which is why I have continued to rave about it for so long. But yeah, as I said, I like to do this about, I like to give myself like half an hour before I put on my evening skincare. I've done it early this evening so that I can film in daylight, and also I just love to cleanse my skin like at the end of the day. It's almost like a ritual for me, and it'll be a couple of hours until I put anything else on my skin. Another product which is in the bedroom, which I'll show you, which I love to combine with my Skin and Me. I'll pop a photo of it on the screen here. It is a ceramide mist from Dr. Jart. If I do like this when I do my cleansing and my Skin and Me really early, then sometimes I'll mist my skin with that an hour later, or if I start to feel like my skin needs a little drink. So there we go, darlings. Discount code will be on the screen here, so you can get your first month at a reduced rate. I'll leave a link in the description box down below. And darlings, I know so many of you have tried it based on hearing about it here on the channel, so if you have got any lovely skin revolutionizing stories about Skin and Me, then let me know down below. I asked you guys last time and there were some really amazing happy customers of Skin and Me, so try it out. All the details will be down below. Now I'm going to head into the kitchen and I'm going to make some of my date energy balls because they are delicious and I just want to nibble a few more dates, and then we're going to cook a teriyaki chicken noodle dish for dinner. Oops-a-daisy. I just opened the cupboard and got a bit carried away with my healthy snack selection and dropped the goji berries. And can you see where it rolled? All through the kitchen. And goji berries are blooming expensive. Do I eat them off the floor? Maybe a bit gross. Although the floor was clean today. What would you do? Comment down below. Maybe I'll just gather some that haven't touched the floor. Oh no. Okay, my darlings, goji berry drama over. I did, you may be shocked to know, put them in the bin. I just didn't fancy accidentally eating like a baby spider or something, because I'm sure this floor and this entire house is just covered in baby spiders. Anyway, so I'm going to make my nice little date energy balls, and every single time I make them, I literally Google fashion Mumblr beauty balls, and I get up my really old blog post and loosely follow this ingredient list. I'm never too bothered if I'm missing something. If I've got lots of something, I'll add some more in. Oh, a little bunny rabbit. A little bunny rabbit. Good day. Are you going to argue? Oh no, we're going to kiss each other. We might play. Yes, and I just love these for that time when you just want a snack, but you don't want anything really unhealthy, but you just need like an energy boost to keep you going throughout the afternoon. So the main ingredient, the one that you can't really do without, is dates, and I always buy these from Ocado. I think they're actually M&S, but I get them on Ocado. They are the medjool dates without stones, because I cannot be bothered to de-stone dates. I think I'm going to do a chocolatey batch of balls, and I'm going to do a normal batch of balls. So I'm going to start with all of these dates. And then the other ingredients that I'm going to do include almonds, pistachio, they're my favourite, Brazil nuts, because I just need to empty that jar out so I can wash it and buy some more. Well, I thought these were sunflower seeds, but actually, judging from the size of them, I think they might actually be pumpkin seeds. Let's have a taste. Oh no, they're sunflower. Organic Cotswold sunflower seeds, that's probably why they're so big. Chia seeds, goji berries, a bit of superfood powder. This is my Wild Nutrition. And then I found this in the cupboard as well. I think I got this in a goodie bag, so I thought I'd pop that in as well. It's got cacao, superfine powder with ashwagandha, red maca, designed for women with a fast-paced lifestyle. Lovely. So yeah, essentially I blitz my almonds first, just to make them a bit smaller, and I'll do the Brazil nuts as well. And then I add everything else in the blender, wash my hands, take off my rings, and turn them into little balls. Then I put them in the fridge for like half an hour so they solidify, and then in some Tupperware, and you're done. And all the while, I'm going to watch one of Hugh Richards' gardening videos, starting a new season of growing experiments. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so you saw what I just popped in there, and I've now blended everything up and it looks like this, which is the perfect like size for the nuts and everything all blended together. I was a bit concerned that it wouldn't be squidgy enough for the balls to form because of how much powder I put in, but I just did this little nugget sample in my hands, and actually the dates are so squishy that it works perfectly. So I'm gonna try this. Oh my gosh. Yummy! Quite chocolatey already. I think this must have been a chocolate protein powder. Yum! I'm actually gonna add just, no I'm not gonna mess with it. Okay, now it's time to make the bowls. So there we have it, my energy balls. These are now going to go in the fridge for realistically probably about an hour, and they'll just harden up, and then I will add them into some Tupperware. If you add them into Tupperware straight away, they just kind of all congeal together, so I definitely recommend laying them out. I lay mine out on a pizza tray and let them get nice and solid before you put them in a little box. Oh, come on then. Right, I'm going to start dinner in 15 minutes or so. But in the meantime, I've got to take these down. Oh, I'll take this hydrangea as well. There's one way to carry everything with one hand when you've got a camera in the other. Oh wait, no, I need two hands. Right, what was I saying? I'm back in the mode of collecting loo roll tubes. I only need a couple more until this tub is full, and then I'm going to do a few more runner beans. I planted some up yesterday. Where did they go? I always hide my plastic pots because they're not the most attractive. There we go, that's the ones I did yesterday. How's my soil doing? It's always better to not overwater your seedlings, so I'm actually not going to give everything a water tonight. Not much happening with my celeriac, that's a bit disappointing, but we've got a few of my Japanese cucumbers starting to germinate. I was very busy the other day pricking out my rainbow chard. Do you know what, I need to do a little bit more pinching out of sweet peas, and on Gardener's World, Monty was saying you can be quite brutal, you can almost like take them back by half, and that will really help your sweet peas to become bushy and get more flowers as opposed to just being really leggy, so now's the time to do that. It feels really mean. I know how much effort they put into growing so tall. I'm so sorry, but it's for your own good. I mean, that one almost looks like it's ready to flower. My goodness. Yeah, I do have a lot of sweet peas, and then obviously I bought a load more today, but hey ho. They are so beautiful for bringing into the house, and they smell amazing. You can give some to friends. There we go. Consider them pinched. Lots of things on my table to be potted. My ranunculus from today, what gorgeous colours. I love it when they've got the deeper tone on the edging. And then these are the rubber cell trays that are a really good size for starting things like courgettes and pumpkins because they're nice big rubber trays. I did also pick up a couple of these smaller ones. I'm probably beyond this point now this year, but these are good for things like lettuces, and things which are smaller seeds. So yeah, just a little bit better to have those and lots of reusable ones. Sorry, single-use ones. Even though these plastic ones I have used for a couple of years now, so not single-use. Gosh, and then I picked up this grafted tomato for little mini tomatoes. I actually got these gloves from the Fossway Garden Centre on Saturday. My receipt does always come to a scarily large amount. Plant labels, ooh, and then I did treat myself to the green Niwaki. Here we go. Let's do a garden centre unboxing. Can you imagine if these turned out to be yellow? Oh, that would be awful. Oh, thank goodness, they're green. Yeah, I probably will end up losing these. If I still have these by the end of summer, someone give me a high five, because I mean, they're green, so they're bound to get lost, but they're much more beautiful. I love them. So glad I got those. And then I've got my seed trays, which I picked up. This is Lobella Trailing White. I thought they just looked really pretty. They'll be fantastic from the edge of pots. I love little trailing white flowers. I think it's very typical of a cottage garden. There's these two sweet peas, which I showed you in my trolley earlier. I got the Origeron, showed you that earlier, lovely for planting in herbaceous borders on the edges. And then my other little seedling tray are these, and these are called Alyssum. And again, just really pretty little white flowers. I'm going to put them on the edge of the woodland area by the pond, and hopefully that will provide some really pretty ground cover. Right, I need to get a little bit of work done because I have been procrastinating for the last half an hour or so. Okay, my darlings, it's nearly 6 p.m. Charlie will be finishing his treatment soon and I'm going to get started on dinner. I'm going to be making a sticky tamari chicken with pickled carrots and rice noodles. So I'm going to use some soy tamari sauce to make the chicken nice and sticky and tasty. And then I'm going to start by preparing the veg. So I'm going to peel the carrots and then peel them lengthways to create almost like carrot noodles, fry off some onion, add some ginger. I've got the rest of the veg here. It should be rather delicious. Okay, we've prepped the carrots. They've got some lime juice and some sugar on them, so they are pickling away. Now I've added some olive oil to our cast iron always pan. This one's really good if you're going to be cooking at high temperatures for a little bit longer. With this
as well, because this is the
heat-proof.
Heat-proof.
Yes. Do we not need to separate out this onion a little bit?
Yeah, you can do a little bit. It will gradually do it. I wouldn't get too careful.
So we're just going to let this onion soften, and in the meanwhile, I am preparing a nice garlic and ginger concoction. Chicken and onions are frying up in the cast iron pan. Kettle is reboiling, and then I'm also using the big Perfect pot, also from our place. I don't currently have a discount code, I'm afraid, but you know how much we love these pots in the lovely green colour. It's nice and light if I'm cooking. I do find these quite heavy. So we've got the brown rice noodles in there. Just waiting for the chicken to go brown, and then we will add all of the yumminess. What's that you're adding?
It's just like a salt and pepper mix.
Ew.
To be honest, I don't know how well, it's Cornish sea salt, so it's good quality.
Company, yeah.
But I like using the actual Cornish sea crystal salt.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about Hayfever today.
Yeah. Our dinner for the evening, a sticky tamari soy chicken. We added some sesame seeds, wilted spring veg, pickled carrot, and some brown rice noodles. A nice hearty and pretty healthy dinner, a protein-rich dinner after my workout. Although, I was just saying to Charlie, I was listening to the Zoe podcast, and apparently we already get all the protein we need, so we don't really need to worry about having extra protein, but there we go.
Protein is the new aloe vera.
Yeah. But also, if you have too much protein, your body just turns it into fat at the end of the day. That's actually yours because it's a bit bigger.
Perfect.
Right. Bon appetit. Well, dinner was a resounding success, wouldn't you say, darling?
It was lovely. You did a great job. Yeah. Well, very, very, very good.
Did you hear that, boys?
None for dogs. We can't have Asian flavours.
No, we don't like spices, you see. We had a delivery arrive this afternoon that we've just unboxed, and this has come from a random combination. It's come from Pookie, who you'll be very familiar with, and Penguin Random House to celebrate the launch of Pineapple Street, which apparently is the must-read debut of 2023. I was only thinking yesterday, when was it yesterday? No, the day before, when it was so gloriously sunny out there that I just need a nice book that's easy to read and I can take out and just read on sunny evenings. So I feel like this is going to be the one for that. I'll let you know what I think. And they sent this very fluorescent candle in, well, actually set of candles, got a few more.
Next one!
Whoa!
I reckon I could set a reference for the loudest sneeze.
That was ridiculous. Right.
I got a Friday detention for doing that.
You got a detention for sneezing?
At school, yeah.
You are spectacular. Yes, this very fluorescent candle and very quirky candle base, which, as you might be able to tell from our living room, could be a little bit of a clash for our living room, but we've got another person. Oh my gosh, go on then, just do it.
I can't do it now.
Can't sneeze under pressure.
Quite bad Hayfever.
We've got another very close family member moving house next weekend, and I feel like this will be perfect for her humble abode. So thank you very much, Pookie, for this rather fabulous candlestick. If you're wondering why Pookie sounds familiar, it's because literally, I would say 97% of the lighting in our house is from Pookie. We always get asked about these one... Are you okay? They're my Dexy. We always get asked about these, which we use every single day. Charlie is militant when it comes to charging them up. We're thinking we might even get a load more to put on our wedding table. They are battery-powered lamps, and we absolutely love them. These wall lights are Pookie, a lot of the lamps in here are Pookie. Yeah, so we are big Pookie fans. Are you snouting me? Something that sausage dogs do if you don't pay them attention. Look, if I just stand here. Do you see? He's snouting me. He's using his snout. Oh! To move my hand and get my attention. You're such a terrible. But very excitingly, I think they've actually given us a Pookie discount code, darling.
Have they?
Can we use our own discount code?
Let's have a look.
Josie 10. Or is that for the book? I don't know. No, I think it's for Pookie.
Brilliant.
We're going to be using our own discount code. So there we go, Josie 10, if you'd like to treat yourself to something from Pookie. And I will leave the book linked down below as well. It's Tuesday morning. I'm trying to be careful where I stand because there's a lot of post and boxes in this area. Just did a great workout, as you'll have just seen with Simon in the gym, and a little workout outfit of the day. I've been wearing my Adenola, I call this my Bamford colour set. I think it's called Olive, but I'll leave this set link down below. And this is a nice Adenola jumper, which just keeps me warm because it's a little bit chilly in there before I get warmed up with my exercises. Just making a nice morning smoothie. Charlie's also done a nice healthy breakfast. Let's see. Oh, I think he's scaring away pigeons or something. It's a really nice day, which is great news because we've got Kat coming over to take some photos. Oh. I don't know why, but I feel really cold today. I felt really cold last night. I think we turned the heating off in the house thinking that we were in for some warmer temperatures, and they never really arrived. So I have got mixed frozen berries, an acai pouch, kefir, water, oats, lots of nuts, peanut butter, and Wild Nutrition super berry powder in here. I always like to top it off with some bee pollen. I keep forgetting to check the nutritional benefit of this, but I just love the taste. And then I'm going to put the rest that's in the Thermomix in some jars for tomorrow and Wednesday, because I made loads this morning. I don't know how it managed to get so big. One day I will learn how to do that without spilling it down the side. Never mind. But actually I've only made enough for 2 days, so I'll just clean this up and put it in the fridge, and the remainder I will top up today. Ooh, top up today's. Do you know what? I think I made so much because it's just got too much water in it. Made it too watery. Who are you even barking at, Dixie? You lovely little boy. Oh, hello again, my darlings. It's a few hours later. We are shooting now with Kat. We've already got some really nice bits down in the kitchen garden. We're very lucky. It is a gorgeous day today. So my next thing that I'm going to shoot for maybe a reel, maybe some photos from the blog, is a rhubarb and elderflower cake. Now, I've not actually made one of these before, and let's just say my baking has a 50% success rate, but it seems fairly simple. The recipe is marked as easy, so we'll see. I've popped on this quite old Reese kind of knitted, would you call it a roll neck? Roll neck, halter neck, and then this lovely floral skirt, which is LK Bennett. And I was wearing this for a little reel that we just shot in the kitchen garden, sharing what is currently growing in my beds. I'm gonna be changing outfit a million times today probably, but I thought I would share with you a little behind the scenes of this rhubarb and elderflower cake. It is a BBC Good Food recipe which I'm adapting just a little bit, so I'll leave that linked down below. What have you got there, darling?
I have gone and ordered. Basically, I'm sick of hay fever.
Wasn't it in this vlog, I think last night you did the world's loudest sneeze?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, there's the segue through. I'm quite lucky really, because I've never had hay fever. When we moved out here it started, but obviously we're surrounded by a lot more farmland and fields. And I'm also lucky because I only really get hay fever in the early, like now. So in the summer I'm normally fine. But we've got rapeseed in that field this year, which is I think maybe making it a bit worse. So instead of, I'm obviously having local honey, literally honey made in our village with mint tea every morning, and I'm having a Dalesford herbal tea in the evening with another bit of that honey. So I'm having like 2 doses of it.
Lovely.
But I thought I needed something more, so I went on the organic pharmacy, who we sort of fell back in love with after Six Senses, didn't we? Because Six Senses have all their products. And
treatments.
And I think it was also a really funny time because it was January. We were listening to a lot of Tim Spector and the myths in food and all the labelling in food being real lies. And then we were like, actually, some of the skincare products we use that you're using 2 or 3 times a day should be more natural. Well,
even active skincare, so the serum that I use in the morning and evening is their niacinamide one, and niacinamide, you wouldn't think you'd be able to get that naturally, but it's like 84% organic, 97% natural or something, and it has all the like mega results.
Do you know what I am going to say is though, from a male perspective, and just I think in general, their labelling needs.
It looks a bit medical, doesn't it?
I think it doesn't look natural at all.
But then I would say that this is different to their skincare.
Yeah, but I personally think, I mean, look, I'm biased because we live in the Cotswolds. I reckon a lovely Cotswold green. I just think it looks very pharmacy, and for a man, that puts people off, I would say. But anyway, I like that it's brown glass. But yeah, I'm intrigued. This is called Sneeze Away Tincture. Chamomile, elderberry, and nettle tinctures.
See, if you were to go, a tincture is like when you go to a homeopath or a, is that what they're called?
10 to 15 drops in a little water 2-3 times daily. Yeah. So this, I think, is sort of like a blitz. So you start this, and I think, I can't remember, it might even just be a week's worth to see if it can help you get over your hay fever.
We shall report back.
We also have, I'm very intrigued about this, I'm going to suck these a couple of times a day, mixed pollen and grasses.
Wow. Yeah, you know, sometimes you can go to see a homeopath. We went to see one in Chiswick once, and you can tell them of your ailments, whether it's like migraines or lack of energy, and they'll put together a natural tincture for you using, so you know how like nettles can cure this, and rosemary's good for that, and it's all natural things from the earth. That
we'll see how we go. If you hear any more loud sneezing in videos, you know that this hasn't worked. And if you don't, then you know it's worked.
We'll report back positively. Lovely, great. So what is it? The hay fever kit?
Yeah, it's a hay
Did it all
fever
come
kit.
together, or did you choose?
I think it wasn't cheap. It was 40 quid for the lot.
Wow.
But I'm at my wit's end with hay fever.
It does look very medical, doesn't it?
I don't like the packaging.
Sneeze Away Tincture. Well, I'm sure it'll do the trick, hopefully. Right. let's get cracking. Well, that was an epic fail. I totally forgot to film any of the rhubarb cake making, but let's just wait and see how it turns out because, as I said, my baking is questionable. But over here we are doing a nice little lunch setup. Charlie is shooting some photos. I've just laid the table with some lovely crockery, a mix of Dalesford and Columbia collective bits. I'll give you a close-up in a second. We've got our handsome guard dog with us, as always. And oh my gosh, it is so gloriously sunny. Look at our beautiful blossom tree. The pear tree is doing very well. Team luncheon. We've got a selection of Dalesford salads, roasted broccoli with almonds, couscous, yummy. That one looks yummy. Very nice. And these pretty little Columbia collective nuts.
That is a lot of garlic.
Well, we're all having a good laugh because I've just come back to the kitchen.
Bless you.
And
What is it? Is it a cookie?
No, it's cake.
Frisbee. Have you made a frisbee?
Why am I so rubbish at baking? It's a pancake.
I think we need to get Josie to go on Bake Off just for the laughs, for the giggles.
Oh no, we put in so much effort. It was a real team effort as well. It was. And it's an epic fail.
I mean, it's worse when you consider all that energy and time.
And high quality ingredients.
They probably still taste alright.
I think it probably tastes like a cookie.
You wanna try it? Go on.
I'm not a rhubarb fan.
I'm not a Josie baking fan.
Come on, Chloe. Chloe? Honest feedback?
It's a good balance of sweet and sour.
I can always
That is a
rely on
diplomatic
Chloe
answer.
to be so lovely.
Should I
Political.
try and give you some
Moist.
more feedback?
Go on then. Here's the moist. Here's the brutal feedback.
Alright, Greg Wallace style.
Well, Lisa's provided us with a laugh. Not bad, eh? Pretty tasty. I think it's pretty tasty.
I'm not gonna lie, the flavours are quite good.
Yeah.
The texture is awful,
Yep.
but there is an element of what cake is it you have where there is a bit in the middle where it's a bit gooier.
Chocolate fondant.
It's sort of like a rhubarb fondant cake.
Okay. Well, we've invented
You
something
could,
new.
honestly, I tell you what, you could serve
I'm going
that
in for round 2.
cut up with ice cream and it would be alright.
Oh my gosh. We could do a deconstructed rhubarb like meringue mess.
I mean, of course, the other positive is we're about to shoot something for Barantia. And
So it
that's
can
great
go in the
for
bin.
Barantia. Straight in the bin.
There are parts of it that's quite nice. Hello again, it is now 3:30. It is so much nicer shooting in the spring summer months because we don't have to battle against the sun going down, so we've still got a couple more hours. The next outfit that I've shot is this lovely Reformation dress, which was from Farfetch. So seeing as my cake turned out flat as a pancake, for the sake of the reel that we are doing for Amazon Handmade, it's all about a coronation tea party. We have had to go and buy a cake, which I'm now going to decorate. So not that you would trust any of my baking advice anymore, but I'm going to whip this double cream into some whipped cream. I'm going to add a splash of elderflower cordial and some of the rhubarb, which we poached earlier for our flat cake. Adding this into the whipping cream to give it that really lovely rhubarby taste. And hopefully we can make it look as though this is, in fact, a homemade cake. Behind the scenes of Kat and Charlie shooting, we are doing a little video for the Old House channel of Charlie's infamous veggie pasta.
Bash the garlic.
Bash it, smash it.
Little fact for the vlog.
Yeah.
Cat films that I've learned. Only as a literally our cookery courses, stand at an angle to the chopping board.
Yeah.
Don't stand like this.
Yeah. But hold the knife properly. Show how we learned how to hold it.
I hold it like that.
Like a pen. Yeah, that is pretty much correct.
It's difficult because when you, it's a bit like, I mean, I do wish we'd learnt more at school.
Yeah.
Because when you've learnt something one way and you hit
Yes,
32,
it's so true.
it's bloody hard to change.
I guess teaching knife skills to young children is probably a lawsuit in action though, waiting to happen.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Political correctness gone mad.
Yeah. Yummy!
Right,
This veggie pasta
so-
is one of my favourites. Where did you get the wild garlic from?
It's part of a Rutherford recipe, but we're not going to.
Damn!
It instead of that.
Could have picked some more for you.
That's right, okay with the Rutherford. Right.
That's a bar. And while they do that in the kitchen, I am gonna remove my nail varnish. I said I was gonna do this the other day, and I did, but then I had to have painted nails for the shoot today, so I redid them, but very, very badly. Not badly, but very quickly. So I'm gonna do them properly now that I've got time. This is my little removal kit. The Green Flash Manicurist nail varnish manicures literally take like 2 minutes to remove because it's kind of halfway between a gel and a normal polish. It's got the long lastingness for gel, but comes off as easily as normal polish. Well, almost as easily. You still have to do the wrapping in the solution. So I'm gonna do this while Charlie prepares our dinner. And if you can see the top coat, obviously I did these really badly, but it's got a gloss kind of shimmery top coat, which is a new color from Manicurist, which I love. 20 minutes later, my nails are now bare of polish. I've just put this lovely serum. It's called Serum Complete. It's a really just lovely hydrating, what does that say? Hydrating and regenerating serum, also from Manicurist. And while I have been busy doing this, Charlie has finished whipping up the vegetable pasta. Oh, it looks delicious.
So good.
Smells good. And this is our dinner for tonight. Yum, yum, yum.
Did you want more water, Kat?
Well, dinner was delicious. I've popped on some comfy clothing after a busy day shooting, and I've got a feeling this is an exceptionally long vlog. So without further ado, I'm going to bid you good night. A little reminder to use the code on the screen here for your Skin and Me. I'll leave it linked in the description box down below, darlings. But I really hope you enjoyed this bumper vlog, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Good night. Oh, and here's my nails after I did them. I used the gloss and it looks amazing.